I think we fixed it. I think we got sound. I don't know what was going on. That was the Prince and Power of the airwaves, but I'm sure y'all got sound over there now. Now you should be able to hear me, y'all. Y'all good? That was just on Facebook and YouTube. But everybody else should have been able to hear me on Spaces. So here's the deal. Give me a thumbs up. There we go, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin Rainwater, for letting me know you got sound over there on YouTube, which means everybody else should have sound too. Loud and clear, yes! We got it. We winning. So here's how today's going to work. How every thread Inception Thursday works. I'll tell you about that in just a second because I need a drink of water. And every time I need a drink of water, I got to tell you about my lovely sponsor, my hardworking sponsor. She is 18. Her name is Hannah, and she makes lovely things over at newhearttreasures.com. So good. It's like water is amazing from here. This mug is one of my favorite mugs of all time. Mainly because of how it's shaped. It's pretty awesome. 5 on 5 now. Okay, great. Everybody's doing good over on YouTube and social media. You guys go over to my new sponsor that I have only for Knox Unleashed. She's a Knox Unleashed sponsor. Go over to New Heart Treasures, pick you up something nice for your wife or your friends. It is Christmas time. Get something for your people. Let them know you love them, something godly. And if you need prayer requests, she will pray for you. Leave a little message in the message box, send it over to Hannah, and she will send out a prayer for you with her family. Hardworking young lady, saved up her money, started her own company, and we want people like her to continue to engage in business and making great things for us. So check out Hannah, newhearttreasures.com. All right, here's how it goes. If you are on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on X video or Spaces, yes, the slurping is good. It's because things are good from this mug. The slurping is lovely because this thing is so good. It makes you slurp. You know, that if you eat noodles, you go to a Chinese or a Japanese or a Korean noodle joint, and do you know what you hear when you walk in there? You know why they do that? It's not like they're trying to be rude, but slurping is how you taste things. It is cultivating and gathering all the flavor of the work that they have done on that particular product so you can be glorified, right? The slurping makes everything taste better. So I slurp, especially from this mug that makes all my water. So good. All right, so enough about me slurping. So if you're on the social media platforms, the only way that you get Vietnamese, yes, Vietnamese too. That's right. I see you, Kevin. That's right. They don't play. You hear a bunch of slurping. They don't have. It's not disrespectful to slurp with them because they made their food to be tasted like that for sure. So if you are on social media right now, share this show. I want you to go through your threads and I want you to tell me what is inside of your social media platform. Today is going to be crowdsourced by you. So whatever you have going on in your social media platform, feel free to bring it to the table to talk about it, engage with. I might not say anything about it. Or I might just cut you off. Or I might say a whole lot. But the goal of this show is not to have me talking. None just posted. See, y'all see James White, excellent argument against. I think they meant to say against, even though that's not what they type. But I forgive you. I forgive you because I do the same thing. And so I can have some grace. I've been wrong. I've been wrong like James White was wrong too. You know, and let me tell you something else about my friend. I like him a lot. I can listen. James White is such a good friend. I consider him such a good friend. I don't know how he considers me. I consider him such a good friend that I can listen to James White be wrong about me all day. That's how good of a friend I think he is to me. I am to him, whichever one. But yes, I did see his little spanking that he gave to Jared Longshore, but I think it was more like a tickling. Jared ain't never been spanked, if you know who Jared is. Yes, James White is a national treasure. I agree. But let me tell you something else about James White. My good friend, the good Dr. Whitebeard himself, is going to be at the next year's Fight Laugh Feast Conference, Prodigal America. Where does America need to repent? James White has just confirmed that he will be speaking there. And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited. Next year, Reformation Day. You can come out to the FLF conference, go to prodigalamerica.com, sign up. You have James White. I think we have Pastor Doug Wilson. I don't even know what that means. Chocolate Knox has that dark Christian national alchemist energy. Is that a racist joke? I don't even know what he's talking about. But we'll find out, I'm guessing. So who would James White, Steve Dace, I'm doing the thumbs up thing. I think we have Pastor Doug Wilson. Toby Sumter's going to be there. Yes. And who else do we have? Oh, yeah. Dr. George Grant. Come on. Yes, I'm with it. And who else? I can't think of who else we got signed up. But go to prodigalamerica.com and you can sign up. The tickets are cheaper than we've ever done them before. We want to get people out there. So, okay, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, can't read that one. All right, so share the show. I'll bring you on. You can inside of the messages, if you want, you can come on. You can come on and talk about what's in your thread. So, have you ever wondered what it's like to be tortured by the Chinese back in the day? Communist China. If you were captured or something, and because you were wrong side of the border or whatever, and they started torturing you, and you ever wonder, like, man, I wonder what that would be like if I was tortured by them for days or months or even years. I mean, what would it feel like? Well, if you don't decide to bring in what's inside your social media threads, you're going to find out, because I have in my possession something that was in my thread. And you don't want to know what's in my threads. It's crazy. Stuff like this. Stuff like your vice president deciding to go and talk in London, I believe London, England, UK, about AI. And she gave some remarks on artificial intelligence there just November 1st. And if you don't share, Ellie, don't you put no thumbs down. This is your vice president. You voted for her. Now, you might not say I individual. Well, actually, you're a Canadian. I'm sorry. She is a model. She is a model for you Canadians of how you should be. And for that, I apologize. But you're about to find out what it's like to have Chinese torture done to you. This whole thing is 15 minutes. It's only 15 minutes. And I will play every 15 minutes of it until you bring me a thread in your social media platform, because I love you. Why y'all have one-day passes again in Fort Worth? I don't know, because some people can only come one day. I can't. I don't know, Kagan. Why is that a bad thing? If you can do more than one day, then come on. We happy for it. If you can't, come one day. Do what you can. Try to make it easy and accessible for everybody to do something, Kagan. You know what I'm saying? I hope they answered your question, brother. All right. All right. So I ain't see nobody jumping up in here. I'm going to punish y'all. I've told you.
AI has the potential to...
I'm sorry, Kagan. You asked a question. I said, will you? Kagan, let me tell you something. Your problem was assuming that I can read a sentence well. That's another problem with y'all. This ain't on me, Kagan. You should have wrote it in caps so I could hear you yelling the right parts. I don't know if we will. I have no idea. Kagan, honestly, these tickets are so cheap that I'd be surprised if we have day passes. Although, knowing Gabe, he really does want to make it accessible to everybody. So if you want to come out to the conference, let us know. We'll figure it out. All right. Back to your regularly scheduled Chinese torture.
To do profound good, to develop powerful new medicines, to treat and even cure the diseases that have for generations plagued humanity.
Ow! Ow! Oh! Oh! It hurts! It hurts! Oh, sorry, it's her voice. It does this thing to me where it's like, and it's. I think I would rather Chinese torture.
To dramatically improve agricultural production, to help address global food insecurity, and to save countless lives in the fight against the climate crisis.
Well, that seems like a good enough reason to have AI. I wonder what her problem is with it.
But just as AI has the potential to do profound good,
Now here it goes.
it also has the potential to cause profound harm.
Did you get did you get to the end of her sentence before she did? Don't you hate when they do that? But just as AI can have profound good, it can also finish the sentence.
From AI-enabled cyber attacks at a scale beyond anything we've seen before.
I just thought about this, and I have to say this. This reminds me so much of some of the grandstanding I saw at the SBC when I was there a few years back. The guys who take the stage at the platform, they are really good at this. And part of why they're really good at this is not because those people up there are so dumb. It's because they know something about the people sitting in the seats. They know that they are not in the same way as intellectual as they are or academic. And so they find themselves talking down to them, and the people accept it. And because it's so easy to grasp onto their points, the people eat it up. And then I've watched other people get up there and make wonderful arguments, but they make them as if they expect people to actually be intelligent and good, smart human beings. And then the people reject it because that person up there, oh man, oh, the way they made me feel I was smart because they talked to me like I was so dumb. She does the same thing. And this is so politically heavy. Instead of talking to people like they have the ability to reason and connect the dots, we talk like, nah.
To AI-formulated bioweapons that could endanger the lives of millions of people. These threats are often referred to as the existential threats of AI, because, of course, they could endanger the very existence of humanity. These threats, without question...
You mean like abortion doctors do? Because as far as I know, now you can come on here and correct me. I'm fine with you coming on here, Kamala. If you seeing this live, I'll tell good jokes. You can come on here and let me know. Anybody can. Has AI performed some sort of abortion I don't know about yet? I mean, I'm sure that y'all gonna figure out a way to make it happen. I'm sure, knowing y'all some wicked folks. But I'm pretty sure abortion doctors and women killing their own babies have done a far lot worse than a lot of the AI you about to talk about.
Are profound, and they demand global action.
What's wrong with you people? Y'all like torture, don't you? Y'all like torture. Y'all ain't done with this yet. Y'all just want to keep listening to Kamala talk, huh? Because you like Chinese torture. You want to know what it's like to get stabbed in the eyeball a whole bunch of times. You want to know what it's like to lose your hearing. You want to know what it's like to wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweats because Kamala is talking about AI because you don't want to share what's in your social media thread. Okay, then. I'm fine with that. Let's go.
But let us be clear. There are additional threats that also demand our action.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Here it is. Get ready. Oh, Sam's here. Sam, I haven't seen that you shared the show. Sam is tired of this torture. I don't see, Sam, where you shared the show yet, so I can't let you talk until you shared the show, Sam. Sam, looking for the other East opinions, my own. It means agree with you. Everything I say. Okay. Sam, in order for you to get let into this conversation, because I know you requested. Oh, Ellie's requesting too. I think Ellie shared the show, so I'll let Ellie in. But Sam, I can't let you in until I see that you've shared the show. After you have shared the show, I will check your threads, and then I'll let you in. All right, Ellie, you're in. You are saving everybody from more Chinese torture. You guys owe Ellie an offering. Pray for her. She's blessing you right now. Ellie, you have the floor. What is in your thread?
I couldn't take Kamal anymore. I just couldn't. Okay. So
This is what I gotta
this
do.
week,
No. This is what I gotta do, Ellie. This is what I gotta do. Because y'all know what day it is. It says it on the title. It says on the title. Come on now. It says on the title, thread, Inception Thursday. It's crowdsourcing. You bring your threads. You talk about it. But no. Y'all didn't come on here with threads. Instead, what y'all did was y'all wanted to listen to Torch. So I want to do this I'm going to find the most annoying thing I can every thread Inception Thursday until y'all come ready, saving up what's in your thread to talk about it. All right, I'm done talking. Ellie, it's on you. What you got in your thread?
And I'd like to also say, all you listeners, you let a Canadian save you from Kamal. Come on, guys. All right. This
Facts.
week is, yeah. This week, and a woman too. Come on, guys. This week, this week started No Quarter November.
Yes.
And yes. And that's fire right there, literally as well. But I saw this tweet and I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. It was a reply to Canon Press. So someone made some snarky comment about how all this money spent on flames and this video, basically the idea of it could have been put to better use. And that just irritated me so much. And this kind of comes back to all that you've been talking about on Knox Unleashed and with work. And now we need to step things up. I mean, the liberals are out there outworking us, and they're creating things. They're creating beautiful things. I mean, some of it's questionable, but the point is they work hard. So they're putting out all this, productivity and stuff that they're creating. And in the Christian world, you got people complaining that Doug Wilson is doing a flame throwing video. And I couldn't believe it. And it's that kind of mentality that Christians need to shake out of, because I'm sure that man who made that snarky comment went to see a movie at some point in his life where they spent like millions more dollars with their action scenes and all of that. So like it's a hypocrisy that Christians aren't even seeing.
Okay, you know what, Ellie, you mute your mic because you didn't say it enough, and I think that was a really good comment. I don't even need to say anything past that, but I will. I'm gonna say something. I want to tell you a little story. Might be true, might not be true, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's the idea that counts. And here's a little story. I want you to imagine for a moment a family of 6. You can pick what nationality and race they are, but they playing Christmas music in the background. It's not Christmas, it's Thanksgiving, so they're a little bit in sin. Nevertheless, they're around the dinner table with a lovely turkey, a lovely ham, macaroni and cheese, candy yams, catfish. Yeah, it's a beautiful spread. While they're around this table, their kids start singing, "Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise him." Just imagine the little kids lifting their hands and the little baby, "Praise him, our creatures, hear it, whoa." I just want you to see the kids around the table. The wife is happy and the husband is sitting at the head of the table with their hands lifted, praising God. And you're saying to me right now, Knox, what in the world does this have to do with Cannon wasting a whole bunch of money shooting fire at social media burnouts or cutouts? You don't know, if people make comments like that, they sound more like Judas than Jesus. That type of work and work period put the food on the table that those children are around the table praising God for. Somebody got work out of that. Somebody got work to entertain us. Somebody got work and made money so that they could provide for their family. And God has set it up in such a way that they did something that was glorious, that was beautiful, and it praised him to make a particular point, to help encourage the body of believers and to help build them up with words, which is what No Quarter November is all about, and help them fight their enemies and give courage to their heart. And because someone is able to give courage to other Christians' hearts, and another person is able to put food on his table to provide for his family so that during Thanksgiving time they can eat, All of that is taking place off of one simple little video. And we take for granted so much of what's going on in a Christian economy or an economy, period, right? Those things matter. This is a good. I think Jared said it best. By the way, No Quarter November, they're doing live streams on Wednesday, I think twice a week. I can't remember which days, but you should go over to Canon Press and check it out. Jared said in that live stream that they did that you can get up there and say, I'm going to give you the 4 points of why Elsa is bad. I'm going to give you the 7 points of why you need to do this. And this is horrible. He's like, and that's all fine and dandy. There are some threats there and so on and so forth. But there's also a way to do it that communicates it just as clearly, right? When the wicked ones come to our doorstep with their lies and their idols, we will not tolerate it. We will not be the ones to shrink back and not engage with it. And the story of what that looks like, the metaphor of what that looks like is that while I'm sitting down eating dinner with my family and when I hear that perimeter alarm go off from the wicked one, I'm not going to be like the first Adam who didn't go out there and stomp on the head of that wickedness. I'm going to be like the second Adam, Christ, who went and sacrificed himself and turned the whole thing upside down and took victory over it and dominion over it. That's the narrative. That's the story. And because we've forgotten storytelling so much, we don't even see the value in that. And part of the evidence of that is that so many Christians have made fun and have been disappointed with the Ark Encounter. But look how much the Ark Encounter has strengthened and encouraged their brothers. Praise God from whom. That's all you got. Ellie tried to save y'all. She tried to save y'all. More Chinese torture.
Threats that are currently causing harm, and which to many people also feel existential. Consider, for example, when a senior is kicked off his health care plan because of a faulty AI algorithm.
Imagine. So you're concerned about seniors. By the way, you guys, I only got 5 minutes left because I got to go to lunch with my wife pretty soon here, and you guys haven't been jumping in, and I was only going to do 30 minutes. That's all I'm going to do. I'm out of here in 5 minutes. I promise you that. So if you want to jump in, you better do it now. But you're concerned about seniors getting mistakenly kicked off because the AI operated wrong. And so you're saying because of that, we need to have protections in place by the government that make sure we can guard and watch the borders of AI's mistakes.
Is that not existential for him?
I'm going to tell you what's existential for all of us. Our southern border. How she's making a case of why I need to trust her with AI when I can't trust our government to protect our borders well enough. I can't trust our government not to steal from people. I can't trust our government to not take money from young people and then keep it when they get old.
When a woman is
Ben Gaines said, I'll take my chances with AI. You know what, Ben? Goins, I'm sorry. Is it or I think it's Goins, Ben Goins. He said, I take my chance with AI. I agree with Ben.
threatened by an abusive partner with explicit, deep-fake photographs. Is that not existential for her?
Oh, that's a mosquito. Oh, she did not talk about deep fakes and being misled by false information. Yo, lady. Yo.
When a young father
Y'all can make that connection, right? Like, I don't have to make that one for you. Like, y'all get that one. Everybody's been talking about that one. Like, laptops. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to treat you like the Southern Baptist Convention sometimes treats their people. I think y'all can make them connections.
is wrongfully imprisoned because of biased AI facial recognition.
They wrongly in prison now. They wrongly. Look. Y'all can't seem to figure out how to do good judgments at this point without the failure of AI. I've been wrong. Gabe was wrongly imprisoned. Gabe Wrench in Idaho with officers who knew who he was. Don't talk to me about that. Y'all have no problem wrongly imprisoning Christians who are out in front of abortion clinics trying to save lives. You want to tell me that you're concerned about wrongly? Stop.
Is that not existential?
Oh, it's existential. Oh, it's existential.
And when people around the world cannot discern fact from fiction because of a flood
Or
of AI-enabled mis- and disinformation,
or because of the WHO and the CDC. You ever think about that? You ever think about misinformation before we even had any AI? You're not making me trust you for this particular conversation. Why do I need to give you, if AI is so dangerous, why do I need to give you the reins who have been far more dangerous than AI?
I ask, is that not existential for democracy? Accordingly, to define AI safety, I offer that we must consider and address the full spectrum of AI risk, threats to humanity as a whole, as well as threats to individuals, communities,
Ow!
to our institutions,
It hurts!
and to our most vulnerable population.
I'm getting dumber.
We must manage all these dangers
Yes.
to make sure that AI is
I'm sorry, I'm making y'all dumber. It's okay, it's y'all fault. Y'all didn't want to come on here with Threat Inception Thursday. I'm punishing you.
truly safe. So many of you here know
Oh, some girl, is this my wife? I think this is my wife. I don't know why she's called some girl in the neighborhood, but this is hilarious. My wife, I think this is her. Some girl in the neighborhood says, how many people did she lock up wrongfully? I'm going to just take that comment off. And that's why you ain't allowed to come. You don't get to, oh, that hurt. How many, Kamala?
my mother was a scientist. And she worked at one of our nation's many publicly funded research universities.
Okay, I got to go have lunch with my wife. But before I go, I just got to say, this is, how do you, I'm going to need a sip of water from my lovely mug. God is sovereign. You better believe it right now. Praise God, he's sovereign and Kamala ain't. Woo, she'd be a horrible leader. I mean, anyway, you know, this is, I don't like these, we're from the government and we're here to help. James Smith said, we're from the government and we're here to help. AI edition. Nope. Don't want it. Let me tell you something. When people start arguing and say, you know, my mama used to say, I just want you to stop the conversation right there and say, no, 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 no. Everybody knows in a debate, in an argument, in any sort of conversation, you, as soon as somebody says that about their mama, you just lost. They just played a fallacy on authority, right? Like, as far as I'm concerned, because when you say my mama used to always tell me, you can't come back and say, yo, mama was dead wrong, dog. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You gonna insult my mama? Yes, but no, I mean, I'm not, you can't win that one. And when people start talking like this, I know that they don't have a real argument to make for their case. Whenever you got to start bringing, you know, my mama used to always say, whenever you have to bring somebody else's mama into the conversation, you probably don't have a good argument. Wait a second. Inception Thursday? I just did an Inception right there. She didn't actually used to say that, but I just thought it'd be really good to say.
Which have long served as laboratories of invention, creativity, and progress. My mother had two goals in her life: to raise her two daughters and end breast cancer. At a very early age, then.
See, I want to say something. But see, they playing this. You can't. Those are huge, untouchable idols. You don't get to touch a mama raising her daughters, if she did it well or not. You don't get to touch the fact she wants to end breast cancer, regardless of how she wants to do it. You can't. No, they've structured the argument in a way that you can't engage without looking like an absolute jerk. I mean, if somebody wanted to end breast cancer by killing women, that would be bad though, right? If somebody wanted to raise their daughters in such a way that it said it was okay to kill other little girls, that would be bad though, right? But you see how they play this little game? See how they like to talk to you? So that you don't have a defense. Don't let them do that.
I learned from her.
Oh, this is so good. My mama taught me. And you know, mamas can't mess with mamas.
The power of innovation
Oh.
to save lives.
Whose lives we saving? Kamala? Whose lives we saving? Not the ones in the womb. I know we don't save them lives. I mean, unless they really want it. If otherwise, we can just kill them.
To uplift communities.
Oh, yes.
And move humanity forward.
You overtaxing the poor. You overtaxing middle-class people. You robbing from people. Don't tell me you want to save communities. This is torturous. And the very people that can help those communities, people with money, rich folks who are trying to get jobs for folks, who are trying to get people to do work for them and create engagements, you come as a third party saying, how much y'all talking about y'all gonna pay John? Ain't none of your business. Ain't none of your business. We gonna work that out without you. But no, you want to come in and help because your mama.
I believe history will show that this was the moment when we had the opportunity to lay the groundwork for the future of AI. And the urgency of this moment must then compel us to create a collective vision of what this future must be. A future where AI is used to advance human rights and human dignity, where privacy is protected and people have equal access to opportunity, where we make our democracies stronger and our world safer. A future where AI is used to advance the public interest. And that is the future President Joe Biden and I are building.
Did you hear that? We know you out there have made this lovely product that is really, really powerful. And we think your product has potential for a lot of good. Oh man, potential for a lot of money, good. Lot of good it can do for people. Lot of money too. And so because of that, because we want to help, you see, we want to help you make a lot of money with us. I mean, good with us. So what we want to do is we want to come in and help guide, you know, on the ground level, how the ethics and the morality should be with the goods that you've made. Because, I mean, we don't have any sort of code or law on ethics around AI. So we think we should help you guys make some, because we got a plan for the future. Now, you might not be in it. I mean, we could talk about it, but we just want to help you regulate it. And to that, I say, not today, Satan. Wow, one person. Ellie, thank you for saving everybody more minutes of Kamala Harris. But y'all deserve every bit of that 15-minute conversation for not bringing what's in your thread. Thread Inception Thursdays. Thank you for joining me. I'm out of here. I'm about to go have lunch with my lovely wife. I'm taking yesterday for work, Wednesday, Darren Doe said something really profound. It was so good. He said, go find you somebody worth dying for. And he said it because so many men lack ambition. And you know what? God knew that. That's why he gave man Eve. Go get you an Eve. And don't be like the first Adam. Be like the second one. Go die for your baby. You know what I'm saying? Go die for her. Because there's resurrection afterwards. Thread Inception Thursday. We tell the devil, not today, Satan. I'm out. I'm going to have lunch with my wife.